This is on the left is Dr. Gwen Stritter, and in the middle, Dr. Keith Block, and on the right, Dr. Penny Block. So, Gwen, why don't you tell us how you heard about Dr. Block and why you brought him here?
When I initially trained as a clinical advocate, a new type of physician that helps people with life-threatening problems navigate through the medical maze, I learned about Keith Block and his really evidence-based approach to integrative oncology, which helped many patients, and I started sending patients to him and was very amazed at how well they did with them. And so I was very happy. In fact, the whole integrative oncology community was happy when he came out with his book lately, and I was very interested in having people in this area be able to hear his story. So
Great. And Keith, your book is Life Over Cancer. Do you want to say a little bit about that? And let's see it there. And
Sure.
the center.
So the book was 30 years of work that Penny and I launched a clinical center back in 1980, and we wrote for 10 years to get this manuscript together. At the same time, launched a medical journal in integrative cancer treatment, integrative cancer therapies from Sage Science Press. And really the focus was to provide patients with a roadmap to improve their chances of battling cancer in a more effective way. I think our general model is based on a clinical program of lifestyle, nutrition, fitness, mind-spirit issues, looking at the biochemical environment that cancer cells reside in as much as looking at the cancer cells, and trying to transform that so that patients' treatments can be more effective and less toxic, and to create an environment that's more cancer inhibitory instead of cancer promoting that unfortunately many cancer patients are left with. So our focus and much of the writing in the book has really been about providing tools for patients that they could actually implement in a clinical way. And our staff and medical practice in Evanston has been addressing clinical care for all of these years and working with patients of all different needs, from trying to avoid recurrence to trying to avoid cancers altogether, to even treating patients with advanced disease and helping them fight their diseases more effectively. And Penny has helped me, and we have together trained a staff and launched a full program.
Great. And Penny, do you want to say a little bit about what you do?
Just to add to this, that going all the way back to 1979, when we're thinking about principles, we realized that conventional medicine is critical. We have to eliminate, stabilize disease, but that doesn't necessarily produce health. We also have to change that whole internal environment that Keith referred to. We recognize that in setting up our programs so that it would foster optimal health and not further disease. And really the true goal is not just elimination of disease, but is health. And sometimes we pondered over the fact that Western medicine had the notion of health in sort of as a negative construct, in other words, the absence of disease or the absence of significant symptoms. And we think of health, which is everybody's goal, as engaging or re-engaging in our lives with the greatest vitality possible and at every dimension of our being. So therefore we need to address all these dimensions that interact simultaneously to produce and foster that better health.
Great. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming to Kepler's, and good luck with your work.
Thank you.